Welcome to the Class Business Podcast. I'm Krissy Monaghan, your host, and today we're joined by Kaz from Cookies Kitchen. Kaz first joined me on the Market Like a Pop Star program back in 2024, and we've worked together ever since. In this episode, we're talking about her journey through the program, what she implemented into her business, and what results she has seen since. I'm really looking forward to this one, so let's dive in. Kaz, it's absolutely amazing to have you with us today. For everyone that's listening online or watching us on YouTube, tell everyone who you are, what do you do, and where do you do it?
Oh, hi, Krissy. Thanks so much for having me. So I'm Kaz and I own children's cookery school, Cookies Kitchen, and we run children's cookery classes in schools across Norfolk.
And how long have you been going? Because I know you originally were a swimming teacher and then you purchased this business, didn't you?
Yeah. So when I had to come out of the pool, thanks to my ears and throat, I was also looking at relocating down to Kent, and I'd started working for a children's cookery school here in Norfolk. And when I started looking at who was around in Kent, I found Cookies Kitchen, and I dropped the lady an email saying I was moving to the area and had she got any job opportunities. And the night before, she had penned an email to send to her customers to say she was closing the business down because she'd got health problems. So did I want to take it over? So yeah, I moved down to Kent. She taught me everything she knew, and I took the business over. And then within a year, I bought it off her, and that will be 11 years ago in September. Yeah, flying by.
Wow, is it over 11 years ago? Wow, that is a long time. Yeah. So for the last 11, so obviously you've been in this business for the last 11 years. How did you start out? Were you in community or straight into school?
Yeah.
What was the model?
So I ran the existing business as it was, and their main bread and butter of the business was monthly cookery clubs, which were hugely popular. So we used to do them for 2 different age groups, going all the way up to 16, one Saturday a month at various locations across Tunbridge Wells, Sevenoaks. We used to do a lot of cookery parties. We had a couple of contracts with schools for weekly enrichment programs, and a couple of big events a year. So yeah, at first I kind of ticked along, did the do. And it wasn't really until I relocated back to Norfolk that I started kind of pivoting what I was doing. When I moved back up to Norfolk, I took on my own venue, renovated a room and built a kitchen, which was amazing and had great plans. And then along came COVID. So we've all done the COVID hustle, haven't we? Excuse me. And then, I just realised that having a premises was just too much. I wanted to reach more people, and Norfolk's really vast, and being in one place just wasn't for me. Although having the kit out of my house was rather lovely. And then so came out of the venue, moved away. Well, I still was doing a lot of community stuff, but I was ferrying, as you'll know, and as you have coached out of me, I was toing and froing Norfolk and Kent like a yo-yo, because I could see the opportunity on my doorstep, but I couldn't walk away from the fact that the bookings were just naturally coming in from Kent. People were booking mainly parties at this point. I was really enjoying them. I've got a lot of family down there, so I would pop down for the weekend, do a couple of parties, almost earn a week's money just for myself in that weekend, and come home again. But it really then stunted Norfolk taking off. So I was dabbling a bit. So I had this expensive venue, and I wasn't putting my all into it because I just was spreading myself too thinly. So had to then just think, I think it was that post-COVID era when it was just, you were just taking the money with no great plan. And I loved everything I was doing. I love the difference between Norfolk and Kent. I love the different audiences. So I did enjoy still doing stuff down there. But life is now simpler now that we are in Norfolk. Don't look at my socials when you'll see that I'm in Kent in a couple of weeks' time, delivering a big event. But but there's certain things we just can't walk away from. So but I do 2 big events down there a year, and that's it now. So that's quite big for me, isn't it?
Yeah, it totally is. And we came across each other in 2024 because you did the Market Like a Pop Star Challenge event. And what was the reason that you signed? Can you actually remember why you signed up to that event? Because I know it's a couple of years ago, but I thought it'd be great to talk to you about your experience.
Yeah, I think it was in the COVID era when we were all kind of trying to pivot businesses online. I mean, I didn't do a lot online. And like chasing this, I don't know, this big dream, this big idea that was being marketed heavily on social media of how we could all be making money working from all over the world, or what have you. And as time went on, I realised that I was listening to very generic people who ran all sorts of different businesses. And I'd started seeing you coming up on my social media more and more and more, mainly on Facebook, I think. And I realised that you actually worked in my industry. And I started paying attention to what you were saying and realised the power of homing down on experts who actually know what you do rather than just people who know how to, I'd say just, that's really rude, but who know how to create any business. So yeah, I then just took the free challenge and it just made so much more sense. And yeah, it helped me focus, which is huge.
yeah. And we've done a lot of work on focus in the last couple of years.
Yes.
And you went on and signed up for the Market Like a Pop Star program. And I remember you doing it particularly because I remember you messaging me at the time saying that you were absolutely loving the live program because I teach in live. And you'd love the accountability because we work together. I think that the program's usually like a 6-week type sprint where I'm live every week teaching people, but we also do and take the action at the same time, and there's accountability and homework. And I always remember getting that message from you because you told me before that you'd done previous courses and stuff, but it was more like log in, work your way through it on your own.
Yeah.
It's not always everyone's style of learning, isn't it?
It doesn't work for me. You know, I was the girl that never did her homework. I'm the one that put me in a classroom. I'll ask all the questions, I'll help answer, I'll contribute to the conversation, and I will learn so much, but then take it away to go and do the homework. And I was never, ever that person. I can remember the college lecturer ringing my mum one day in absolute despair. So that's the same for me with an online course. You know, if it's just there to do when I'm ready, I've always got something else to be doing. So I work best on a bit of a sense of urgency or accountability, and in real time works so well for me. So yeah, I was there. Clear the calendar, turn up.
Yeah, turn up. And what did you enjoy about the live sessions? Because this year the program is going to be different because I now everyone gets the foundational program that you went through. But what I've done for the last year, and I'm going to do this year, is teaching live real time of what people need to be doing right now to navigate the economy of what's happening right now. But what did you like about the live aspect? Like, for what
it's
worked
the interaction.
for you?
Yeah, for me, it's the to and fro in the interaction, asking questions in the moment, and you're there to answer them straight away. You're then also interacting in the chat with everybody else who's turning up. And I just find that helps me so much more because as my brain's working and as the ideas are running through my head, if I can say it out loud at the same time or ask at the same time, again, that just works for me and my style of learning. So yeah, I just get so much more out of it and feeling like you're in the room, aren't you? You're there with the people rather than just watching it back. I always find that I want to skip through loads of parts when I watch back, whereas I enjoy the interactive conversation on the live.
Yeah, or put it on double speed.
Yeah.
which people do. Yeah, do some double speeding. And obviously the great thing was that I set homework from each of the sessions as well, and obviously make sure that people do the homework. So there was always like a post going up like, who's done their homework this week? Because we're moving at pace, you've got to keep on top of it, haven't you? Like, I wouldn't say something you just dip in count.
Yeah. So the homework had accountability to it as well. And the homework needed to be there because also that was then a part of the conversation next week. So for me that struggles with homework, one, it was short, sharp deadlines because it was moving fast every week. And if you hadn't done that work, then as you were listening to the next meeting, because you're still in week one mindset really. So I liked the short, sharp deadline. I liked the accountability for the homework. And yeah, it worked really well.
Yeah, and I think the people that join the Market Like a Pop Star program are people who are, I would say, are action takers. Because it's not a program where you're just going to sit there passively. Because if that is you, then this program is not for you because you won't get results. And I find when you bring the right people together, like birds of a feather flock together. And so if you can get a whole group of people who are all action takers, who are all like moving forward, contributing, supporting, cheerleading, I feel like you just get that energy and then everybody like bounces off of that and spirals and gets results from it.
Yeah, that energy, you always meet the best people in these things as well, don't you? And that energy is addictive, isn't it? And I like being around people who are where I'm at and further ahead of me so that I can get inspired by people at the same time. And that's who you meet in these groups. And you're also meeting other people who are passionate, who are showing up, who really want to do the do. So that's just really good energy to be around, isn't it? So yeah, I love the buzz of stuff like that, as well as then, so it's not just you we get, is it? You know, it's that community that's created as well. And then you start turning up to things and those people are all there as well. And it's a great network of people to be around, isn't it?
Oh yeah, for sure. And obviously after you did the program, we went on to work together one to one, didn't you? Because you were like, right, I've done all this, and this is all moving forward now. Now I need some like one to one support, and we've been working together ever since. You're now in my mastermind. So talk through your last like 2 years journey, because yeah, we've been in each other's world for 2 years.
Yeah.
It's 2 years now, Kaz.
It must literally be 2 years to the day, isn't it? That's amazing. So yeah, I think when I did the challenge, I think what's really good to go into the challenge with is a goal. It doesn't have to be necessarily a financial goal, but like, you know, I will take part this year to just get my head in the game for summer and for selling. I think it's really nice to be focused on. And when I did it before, it turned up, took part, but I know that one of my biggest battles is all the different ideas I have about where I'd like to take the business, all the things I could be doing, all the different opportunities that are out there. And I knew that all that noise was holding me back. And the challenge helped me see that, because it helped me realize that I'm doing all this but you know, when you're sat there trying to plan numbers and you're planning those numbers, but well, I could get some of that money from a birthday party. I could get some from doing monthly cookery clubs. I could get some from doing this, that, and the other. It was really hard to then really work on the targets and the goals, because it was easy to go, well, I'll just pick up another party and that'll bridge that gap, whatever. And it really identified for me that I needed to focus and to narrow down. And as it's turned out, walk away from quite a lot of elements of the business, pivot the business massively. So when I then came into the one-to-ones with you, I was running toddler classes, the monthly cookery clubs, a little bit of schools. I was doing a few after school clubs. I probably had a teacher, I think one in one of my after school clubs. I was still going down to Kent. I'd got this great plan to want to do more events, because I'd been all over the country just before COVID doing pub in the park and had loved it and wanted more of that. But I just had everything, didn't I? I had every revenue stream. And oh my gosh, I feel like it's stuck in my brain. I feel like you were just like, and stop. Does that make you any money? No, but I enjoy it. So I think toddler classes were the first to go. Then going down to Kent was a slower journey, but that's gone. And I found comfort with it. And so what you did was you helped me just break down and silence the noise. And what my partner always says is, what I love about you working with Krissy is when she sees you going away on that little tangent, she whips you back again. And that's probably made his life, yeah, he's got a quieter, easier life because I work with you.
Oh, it's worth it for him. Yes, it's worth it for him. So, and yeah, I remember we took away birthday parties as well, I think.
Yeah, yeah, we did.
Yeah, we
And that was
removed
hard.
that.
They make good money.
Yes,
But
I
what
do
was the
remember us having this whole
scalability?
conversation. Yeah, was the whole conversation being out every weekend, and then we doubled down on schools because we knew that you wanted to have this massive impact on children and families' lives and healthy eating, and we knew that really the only way for you to have that massive impact was to actually start getting into more schools, working with more schools, so you could obviously do what you wanted to do, which was educate and help and support families and children. And you've done that over the last year. You've worked really hard. And
Yeah. It's really interesting as I hear you say that, actually, because I think that's one of the things you forget. When you're so busy chasing a fiver, trying to earn the money, doing all the do, you just go after those things. And obviously, when I was talking to you, every conversation I had with you, I could see this look about you that was like, I hear what you want to achieve, and none of what you're doing is working towards that because you're just busy just trying to earn money and kind of survive, really. And of course, I loved everything I was doing. But yeah, I had so much passion for wanting to make a difference and have this huge impact on children and their relationships with food and nutrition and education around food and all the things. But that wasn't what I was delivering because I didn't have time. And yeah, it was hard. And actually, everything I've walked away from, I haven't ended up noticing in the bank account because I've been then doing better things. Yeah.
I think this is one of the things that I love about the Market Like a Pop Star program, because people come into it, and I've heard this time and time again, like, from Fatima, from other people that have done the program over the years. They come in because they need help with the marketing, and then we fix the marketing as such. But then what actually happens is a business transformation because they get clearer on what they're trying to achieve, like who they're trying to serve, like what actually makes money. So although, yeah, we've always called, I love the program Market Like a Pop Star, really it is an all-round business strategy course because it gets you actually thinking about, like, what do you actually want out of your business long term? Like, do you want to have an impact? Or, like, and don't get me wrong, there's people out there who maybe just want flexibility for 5 years while their children are going to school, and they just want, some money, additional money to come in to support the family. But there are other business owners like yourself who are, wanting to have this massive impact, who want to build a business that is sustainable over a longer period of time, that brings them the lifestyle success. Because I know for you, traveling is really important, and having those holidays during the breaks. So school term time works really well for you because you can get the freedom to go and travel. I think it's about what your version of success is, and I feel like when people work with me through the program, it's like you said, I can see what they can do and be quite. Well, it's easier when you're like a helicopter because you can see and go, well, why are you actually doing that? Because that's actually not getting you to your overall goal. So I suppose it's all about understanding what you want from your business and what does success look like to you.
Yeah. It's funny, isn't it? Because I can remember when you start as a water babies teacher, as I was before, when you were first training and you were first in the pool, I can remember the lady who's a franchise here, Kim, she was saying that when you can see this in front of you, you can see that you're delivering. Then as you become more experienced, you get to see this whole pool, all the people in the class and everything that's going on around it. And that's almost then what I've now done with the business, isn't it? It's like I've taken that into the business of, like, all I could see at first was just chasing the money, needed to earn a certain amount of money. And then you helped me then see that, improve my peripheral vision of the whole business. And yeah, it all started from that challenge, the free challenge, into putting the investment into the challenge, and then working closer and closer with you. And it's just stretched everything out, hasn't it?
I think that's what it is you come into the free event and you get you get some knowledge and you get some learnings and you implement. And then if you come into the program, that's when we dive in a lot deeper. I would say it probably sorts out the people that actually want to run a sustainable long-term business, because those are the ones that will take action to make it happen. And they'll go away and implement and get better results. And then they'll get more clarity, because I also feel like when you're, like you said, busy in the business, trying to earn all the money, you can't think past that. And so once you've got some money behind you, because we'll be doing Kaz, and I don't know if we did it the year that you were doing it. Maybe we did actually. We're going to do the 1K in 7-day challenge as part of the program. And so they'll get like a return on their investment straight away. I always find whenever we do that event, it gives people breathing space, because they usually get booked up for either the summer or for September onwards, which then means it frees up the brain so then they can actually focus on business development. Whereas if you're, like you said, constantly in the whole chasing bookings, chasing your fivers everywhere, you can't really think properly.
That's huge, isn't it? Yeah, I think that's what I'll take most from the challenge, even though, I know where I'm at and I know what I'm trying to achieve at the moment. It's still really good to just stop and reconnect and just look at that marketing, like look at your messaging, looking at everything that goes around it, and just spending a bit of time on focusing on one thing. I think for me, that's a really big thing, is just gonna look at marketing for a little while and take out the rest of the noise. I'll still be delivering my classes, but yeah, in my extra hours, it's just marketing. That's all I need to look at. And I think that is huge as well, isn't it? Is learning to look at one element of your business at a time, focus, and do some work on the business rather than in the business. That's what challenges are good for me.
Yeah, definitely. So for anyone that's currently looking at joining the Market Like a Popstar program for 2026, and I can tell you probably what scenarios they're in. They'll either be in because they're like, yes, I'm in and I'm signing up and I'm ready for this. Or I'm not sure if this will work for me. I don't know if I can actually afford it. Like, what would you say to those people right now?
It's jump in. Somebody said to me recently, if you think you're going to need something in 6 months' time, you actually need it now. And just jump in, because your business will thank you for it.
Oh, well, thank you so much for your time today, Kaz. I'm sure everyone will take lessons out of your story that you're telling today. And if you are thinking about joining the Market Like a Popstar program, then I would highly recommend you get yourself in as soon as you possibly can, because soon as I close the doors to the program, we are starting, because I'm not hanging around this year. But thank you for everyone who's joined us today. I hope you've enjoyed connecting with Kaz, and I'll see you on the next interview.